Okay, I charged my camera overnight and somehow I laid it down in such a way where it turned on for the entire day, because my camera will like turn off if it's on for long enough, but somehow the way that it was positioned made it think that there was something in front of it, so it was like on. Anyway, this is a little bit of a get ready with me chatty for the My Chemical Romance concert. Trying to position this in such a way that it'll stay up while I do this. This might not be the best. Okay, let me actually try this with a little bit more time. Perfect. Okay, so we're here. I don't really know what I'm going to do makeup or hair-wise. I mean, I know I'm going to always do the same makeup that I generally do and hope that my camera doesn't die out during that. But I have the red that I used for my birthday. I don't really want to do the same look necessarily, but maybe similar. Or maybe I just don't do that red eyeliner at all. We will see. This mirror is pretty far away, but I can actually do everything in this mirror, I'm pretty sure, besides eyeliner. So, as you can see, I am still in my best friend's apartment. It's actually really cute. It's in like the Upper East Side, and I haven't spent a lot of time in the Upper East Side, and I like it. It's quiet. It's still New York. It's still like busier than, I don't know, any other city, but there's like a piece to Upper East Side that is really nice because it's not a bunch of people running around causing scenes from what I've seen. This area especially is near like hospitals and things, which is pretty nice, so I overall like it. I would definitely consider moving here if I was in a position to like settle on a place. For people confused about like, are you living in Dubai? What's happening? I didn't renew my lease back in June, and I've been traveling since June. I have a property in Dubai that's not ready yet. It's being built, but it still has like a year left. And I've been thinking it over, and that took literally all my capital. I mean, I flat out should not have bought that. I don't want to say I was pressured, because no one pressured me into buying it, but I felt like it was something I wanted to feel like I was mature and like bought a property, and it ended up just not being a good decision because it locked away so much of my capital to where it was just like really problematic. And I paid the entire like down payment, which was a really big down payment because it was flat out, in just straight cash. So that was not like a good decision of mine, and I don't want to say I regret it, but my year could have been much smarter, much different had I not done that. And as a result, it just left me like wanting to get access to that capital so much to where I'm like, I don't really care so much about living in it and making like, I don't know, like a 5 to 7% rental return on it yearly. That's not really like, I don't think that's worth it. I could sell it, flip it, and then go and visit Dubai whenever I want and not live there full time or anything like that. Like, I think that Dubai still feels very safe and cozy and great to visit for me, but there's nothing like being in a US city. Like, there's just not. I'll pay the fucking like premium for it. The opportunities, the lifestyle, it's just so much easier to live in the US and get access to everything I need. And I love New York, and I am very saddened by the management of this city during COVID. Like, I just really don't like, I'm not happy with the way that it was run, but I now see that any liberal city is generally going to have that downside of overreach, and it's about deciding whether or not it's worth it to, it's always a negotiation of what you're willing to put up with and what you're willing to not. I'm more willing to put up, obviously, with like living in New York and dealing with that than, I don't know, middle of nowhere, not dealing with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even complaining, I'm just stating the facts. So it led me to be like, I can go visit Dubai anytime I want. Do I really want to live there and have my life based out of there? Probably not. A lot of the people that I know there are great, but there are not people that I can be like, oh, yo, let's go out and do this and do this. None of my best friends are there. So not that I couldn't make friends, but I also get so much harassment about being in Dubai that I hate that it really does get to me. But like, it really makes me sad, because, like I said, it is a gross thing to see things written about you in a really, like, explicit sexual way when you literally don't get laid at all, because it grosses you out generally. Like, I don't even know where to begin on how much that grosses me out, but to say the least, you all who watch my channel and don't just read 4chan, Reddit, whatever, know that, like, literal vol self themselves, like, I just am very grossed out by promiscuity, casual relationships. I've never had anything like that, nor do I plan to, and like, I'll die celibate and fine. It's not something I feel at all any urge. It's like, I don't know, there's other things like skydiving and things that other people enjoy where I'm like, I have no urge to like go out and partake in that unless there's a specific reason, or I'm in like literally like years long committed relationship then, obviously, but besides that, so that just gets to me on a very deep level. But I don't think that owning a property there is smart or feasible, so it is on the market, like literally buy my fucking place. Like, I don't want to put the link out and then have people troll it, but if you're interested in buying a waterfront Dubai property in JBR, like, hit me up, and I'll give you the link. So you can DM me on Instagram even, but the people who DM me are probably gonna be people that roast me. I mean, I don't know what there is to roast, just like buy my place, I don't even care. But because of that, I think I'm gonna take that money and put it towards possibly a down payment on a place in New York. I'm not totally set on that because I might just put all the money into my company. I've done that with all my money so far, and it has meant that, like, literally all my gains, I don't want to say they're gone, but it's either in my company and being spent on development, or it was locked into my Dubai place, and I'm looking to sell that. So I have so much, like, conviction in building my company that I would give up all the rest of my money and just put it in there. But I also would ideally like a place to live that's not rented, and I could take that money and rent with it, whatever, but I really hate renting, and I told myself I would not live in New York again until I bought, and I could buy. Like, it would make it easier than renting, because renting, I have to go through the headache of explaining my income, which is like, crypto, well, why? Well, like, you're so young, and like, it's kind of the headache, and usually I have to look for a guarantor, or I did, and I don't really have guarantors, so that didn't really work out. I'm really sad because I'm running out of this eyeliner, and I lost the bag of makeup backups that I had. And I always have a bag of makeup backups for travel because I'm a Virgo, and I like to be prepared in case I lose any of my vital makeup or run out. And I'm running out, and I left, I think it's at the St. Regis here, but I called them and they didn't pick up. I'll call again. Basically, it would make sense for me to try to either put that into a down payment on a place here, or to put it all into my company, because in these market conditions, like, I don't like expecting that there's going to be any major checks coming in. It is really sad because there's a lot of great companies, but I know that we'll come out stronger and be used to, like, raising and having to work in a really extreme bear market, like a recession, and it, like, might continue to mean that I don't pay myself, because I'm not paying myself as of now, which does mean I don't have any, like, direct income substantially, but it's okay. I can trade if I really need to, like, build up capital or something like that for over a long time. I don't trade very riskily, which means that I only make very small percentages per trade, but all my trades so far have just, like, gone back into our company treasury, so I haven't really taken anything for myself, which is why for the, like, time being, I don't really know where I'm going to end up. If anyone I know is subletting here, I'll just be here. I'm going to go back to my dad so I can drop off my clothes, some of my storage, look for our sublet leads, because I'll rent from a friend. I'm just not renting from a fucking landlord here. And I would sublet in LA possibly, but leaving LA felt really good because LA is, like, so beautiful and fun to visit, but the driving and the social aspect of it is a little bit distracting in my opinion. I was going to do red eyeliner and I forgot. That's funny. Maybe I can do it like an outline. Yeah, basically I felt very distracted while I was there, so I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it would need to be like, I probably wouldn't sign a year-long lease, which is usually what they always are, so I don't know what I would actually do. But I'm tired of traveling, tired of living in hotels. I want a cat. I want a place to settle down. And that's probably not going to happen before the end of the year, because selling my place and then pulling out the cash, like, who knows how long that'll take. But I do hope for sometime early next year, and until then, I'll either be at friends' places, like subletting it from them, or my dad's, which I don't like being in Houston, so it's not my favorite, but it's a very comfy room. He's happy that I'm back, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, it's just so funny, because, like, if you're a tech startup founder, you kind of know the struggle of, like, yeah, I just raised all this money for this company and I'm not paying myself. Like, I don't want to say it's like a complaining thing at all, but you have to make that capital last a long ass time. And it's not always that easy. Like, it's never that easy. So that's been my priority. And CEO mode is all fun and games at first when you're, like, raising and you have a vision, and then you actually have to build and deliver and do things in a way that is, yeah, you just it's a lot. That's how I describe it. It's just like it's a lot, and that's the majority of my day, and it's taken me out of content quite a bit. It's taken me out of. It's funny because I'm building something to help out with what I do, astrology, and like my content and trades and things like that, and it takes me away from those. But I'm not going to complain because like I am building some. It's kind of like when I was building up my YouTube channel when I was 18, 19, and no one fucking watched. Literally, those views have like those videos have 20 views. Basically, I feel like right now I'm doing so much behind the scenes that no one is recognizing because it's behind the scenes, and that one day it'll be apparent, and so many pivots and decisions and reroutes and tech, not issues, but like developments. It's just I don't even know how to explain it besides it's a fuck ton. Let's try this red. I like it a lot. Ooh, this ended up being really cool because it's a gradient. Ooh, I like this. I like it. It just ended up being a lot. I wouldn't say that it's nothing I can handle, but it is something that has to be handled, and it's an interesting thing to talk about, is the way that I'll just end that, is being a founder and having so much oversight is very much something that I feel good at and accustomed to, but it's like every day is a little soap opera episode because the problems always come to you, which are good problems. Like being in this industry and building is because you're solving problems, and I can't wait for people to actually be able to do things. And it also means angry people and defamation lawsuits and like bullshit, because everything in crypto is accused of being a scam, and a lot of it is, but my life is like out in the open. Like I would kill myself before I do anything scammy, which is funny because so many people accuse me of being so scammy, and I'm like, you don't actually have any evidence, you're just parroting random bullshit that comes from a place of seething that is not actually like true. So at this point you just develop a thick skin, you block and move on, and that means I've kind of taken the corporate atmosphere of like, I'm inspired by Brian Armstrong and Coinbase, where they're just like, drama, bullshit, politics has no place here, just like deliver. And I think that's the most compassionate thing too. Like I literally don't care about discussing anything hot topicy, like let's just deliver. So that's been my MO, and I'm good at enforcing that. Not that I've needed to, because no one I've hired leans towards that, but it's a good requisite for behavior. Let me see if this looks good. Ooh, I do like this. I just need to clean this up a little bit. So that's been what I've been doing in regards to my life. It's been mega CEO mode. Like that's been it. And that's cool. And it feels also like I did when I was in college writing my books. You know, you miss out on a lot, but it's worth it. I'm now at the age where I know that people will start asking me, not people who know me, but like just people who know who I am but might not know me, like, when are you going to get married, kids, things like that. And it's going to be that thing of like, I chose a different path. But I respect the other paths that people choose, because I think when you're like 21, 22, or 23, you're still young enough to just be riding by. Not that I ever was, but people don't ask in the same way about what you're doing in life, or it's okay to just be like, I'm a student, and they're like, yay, like, so good for you. You can do things like that, but when you are a little bit older, there's more pressure. I need to do this red over again. Or just add more. And that's okay, because I'm someone that, like, the weirdness of it is that when you come into contact or familiar with death to a certain degree, you always know that, like, there's no need to be, maybe this is so dark, but it's like, oh, if I fail, if I really am unable to be successful, like, oh, I mean, there's always an exit. Not that I see it as like, oh, I need to do this now or anything. But I feel like if you're someone that's thought about suicide and death for so long, it's not even in a negative way, but it's just always there as like, well, if I fail at this life, like, I guess abort mission and try again in the next one. And that's not at all like in my mind around like, oh, if this doesn't go the way I want, like, oh God, not at all. But in a stoic way, it's just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I'll do my best now. And even if maybe life happens to me, like I can die knowing that I did my true best. I'm not sure why things took a dark turn. This is supposed to be just like a life update, and I'm actually mentally much better than in the beginning of the year when I was very much very, very dark place. I go through several dark nights of the soul a year fairly often. I'm not clinically depressed at all. I don't qualify for that, but I do qualify for, I guess, being a weirdo. My camera's about to die. Shit, I'm gonna charge this while I decide other things. But I basically did my eyeliner. I did a blend into black, and I'll show this better at the end. You can watch my other video for my foundation routine. Nothing is changing there, so I might as well take it out, honestly. You can watch my 24 things I learned at 24 video for that. Update is that I have finished the eyes and the face, and I am very, very happy with it. Yeah, so now I have to do hair, and then I do lips, and I do my bottom mascara last because those are the things that are the last. But yeah, this is me with no red lip. It always looks fucking weird when I do, like, just without red lipstick because I center my whole look around that generally. Pictures of me when I was younger, when I used to do, like, nude lipstick are always so funny. But yeah, going to straighten and then curl the ends of my hair as always, have my things here, and then I will decide on outfit and the rest of my makeup after that. The outfit is spectacular. I'll show it in a second. You can kind of already see the top and the jewelry we have here. I'm gonna do my lips now. So I'm lining them in 714 by Urban Decay, and then I ran out of Kat Von D Santa Sangre. It just like ran out. So I'm using YSL The Slim in 01. I believe that's the color. Yeah, that's what I have here. It's an actual lipstick, but it's matte, so I don't have any liquid lipsticks on me since I lost my extra makeup bag to back that up. But I'll show you how I line them like after I do it, basically, because I don't think I can show it in the mirror. So the way that I line is that I draw an X at my Cupid's bow, and then I take it down into the inside of the corners, and then I slightly underline or overline the bottom very slightly in the center, and then pick it back up inside my corners on the corner. I guess you can now kind of see the outfit with, I have a corset on a bodysuit. It's kind of a lot, but I have fishnets on too. And then this lipstick is pretty easy to use. I just fill in the insides. And for any spots, I just go over it with liner. So I did most of them, and now I need to fill in a little bit of the corners with my liner so they're perfect. So now the makeup is done. I hope that this lighting is decent. I think it is. So you can see that I have a gradient on my eyes. Red fades into black eyeliner. I'm gonna keep matte lips. What is on my chin? That's kind of weird. There's something on my chin. Matte lips. My hair is just kind of messy. I've been very into just as big as it can, messy everywhere. I don't really care about it being perfect. And then now I can show you the outfit while I get on my shoes. So, yes, I am in this corset here. This looks so extreme. This angle, oh my god. Okay, oh my god, that's so funny because, like, yes, my waist is small, but like this angle is totally making it just look ridiculous. So this is the bodysuit. I guess you can see it now. I'm in this bodysuit with fishnets. This corset is from Amazon. I've tied it a bunch so that you cannot see the strings. It does mean that it doesn't look as good from the side because it pushes this down, so it doesn't look as good from the side. But I have a bow tied in the back, and then I have fishnets on underneath this, and I'm going to wear it with this jacket to go like walk down the street in because I don't want to be wearing just this. So I'm gonna walk, oh my god, this is a short jacket, shit. I think I'm gonna walk down the street wearing, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? Do I even bring this jacket? I kind of feel like I should bring it because it completes the look. But the shoes I'm gonna wear are my Gucci loafers. So TLDR, I'm in this. There's some holes in it. It's a little bit distressed. And then I'm in my Gucci loafers. I'm going to just bring my red Chanel bag. So this is the fit, and that's a little bit of a life update, I guess you could say, with the messiness of not knowing what's next, but like building my company, so being okay with that. I do really like this look that I ended up with. Let me see if I can get an even better shot here. Maybe actually in the mirror, this is best. So you can see this better here. Yeah, this is this. I'm gonna wear that jacket with it. So it's a little bit of this action. This jacket is, actually that does help. Like I could walk, I mean does this look too much like a sex party outfit? I don't, it just looks cool to me. I think it's worthy of wearing it to an MCR concert. We're gonna go with it. I hope that this video was whatever. I should have thought of something to actually film in this makeup, but it's okay. That always happens. It's like everyday makeup. I'm like, film all my daily forecasts, but I think I'll do this maybe for my next video that I film. So, gonna head out to need to film some TikToks and then get going, and I will see you guys in the next one. Back from concert. That was so fun. I am so impressed. Like, that was one of the, that performance was just so good. Barclays Center it's not my favorite venue, honestly, with the way that it's set up. The GA is really big, but I did get near the front, not super close, because those people, I was just not going to get in the middle of that. It was chaos. Duchess over here has been meowing a lot since I've gotten back. Hello. Okay, well, she's not responding to me. Anyway, wanted to just comment. I wanted to close this up by commenting on how good My Chemical Romance was. Gerard Way, your hair is also beautiful. You said they were 45? Like, he was like, I'm throwing my fist up and I'm 40. Sir. But anyway, you're beautiful. Hit me up. Hi, editing Maren dropping in here to say, I now know that you have a wife and kid, I believe. So don't wait, it's okay. No one else has permission to hit me up, but it was actually like a very good concert. It felt very wholesome. It felt very, it was a nice, you know, end to, hello. It was a nice end to the week. Was that a Saturday I went on? Yeah, it's Saturday. It's now past midnight, so it's technically Sunday. But I highly recommend you see them live. I'm considering blowing off New York Fashion Week plans tomorrow to go see them again. Like, for real, because, like, I kind of would rather do that. And I don't have time in life anymore to not do just what I want to do, because it's just me and maybe a cat one day. This is my friend's cat. This is not my cat, to reiterate. This is my friend's house that I'm staying at while she's gone. Anyway, yeah, it was a nice night. Highly recommend seeing My Chemical Romance live if you get the chance to. And if any of you need your chart read, My Chemical Romance band members, hit me up. Complimentary.
Oh.